One final video for my peoples in Spain. I've warned a million times, Spain was going to end up like Greece. You can go look at my videos right now from last year. Just type Google into Google if you want. JSNP4 Greece, JSNP4 Spain, JSNP4 Portugal, and you will see my videos coming up. When their prime ministers, both in Portugal and then Spain, had the nerve to say we're absolutely fine, this is not going to happen to us, we're just dandy. And I quoted his article where he was being questioned, and he said that in the news, and I said he's full of crap. It's going to end like Greece, except Greece is tiny compared to Spain. Greece contributes almost nothing to the economy over there, at least as compared to Spain. When Spain goes, it's going to be disastrous. And I've been keeping you up to date with Spain here and there. I could be doing a lot more videos recently on Spain because they are definitely in the news. But do I really need to keep harping and harping and harping? No, but every now and then I'm going to read you something to let you know I told you so. And this is going to come here. It's going to come here too, in America. Panic crash withdrawals in Spain drain banks. Greece-style economic implosion now imminent. Spain appears poised to become the next Greece in the ongoing European Union implosion, as Spaniards are withdrawing record amounts of funds from Spanish banks to avoid a potential insolvency situation. According to the New York Times, the equivalent of $94 billion has been withdrawn from Spanish banks in just July of 2012 alone, the single month of July. An amount that equals 7% of the entire country's overall economic output. Wow. Quote, the macro situation in Spain is getting worse and worse, said Julio, or if you're American, we call that Julio, Valdesola to the New York Times. He is a former senior executive at a large multinational company. Former senior executive. Recently moved all his money and is in now the process of moving his entire family to a small village near Cambridge, England. Quote, there is just too much risk. Spain is going to be the next after Greece, and I just don't want to end up holding devalued pesetas, or dollars if you will, pesos, whatever. While I appreciate your comments, Mr. Julio, I understand you wanting to leave where this is happening and go into good old Cambridge, England. But I gotta tell you something. It'll come there too. It's kind of like a tidal wave or a real dark cloud. You see the cloud coming, honey, let's move. But you see, the wind can blow north, south, east, west, northeast, northwest, is that right? It can move, it can change directions. This black cloud he's running from, so to speak, goes in all directions. It's just happening to come in his direction fast and furious first. Or not necessarily first, because it already happened in Greece, etc. But in his eyes, it's coming here now in Spain. I'm in Spain now. It's coming to me now. I'm out of here. And then you can set up shop in old, where was it? Cambridge, England. Whew. What's that? Oh my God, it's that dark cloud again, known as the imploding economy. And now it's coming here to Cambridge, England. It will be there. It's going to be everywhere. Is there going to be a place that could skate by? Sure. Iceland told the bankers to F off, told them they're not paying their bailouts, went and tried to prosecute them, and is currently in the process of finding them in other countries to go grab them to prosecute them. They paid back their IMF loan early and are actually quite prosperous as we speak, including in this terrible economic environment. So could Iceland kind of skate through this? Well, sure. But what happens when Iceland's doing business with other countries and they got global trade going on there, and one of those other countries who's part of this imploding system is imploding, therefore, hey, Iceland, we got to slow down on the trade. We don't have a choice. Our people here aren't consuming anymore as consumers. Then Iceland's going to slow down automatically. However, it would not be as bad as another country that was in debt at the same time as having to experience that loss in trade, overseas trade. Like the United States, China, Russia, India, the entire EU, etc., etc., etc. So Spain back in the spotlight again. It doesn't matter. And latest I heard, they're they're trying to tap into the pensions and lock them down and cause the retirement age. We're upping the retirement age. The same crap they did everywhere else. That doesn't do a damn thing other than slightly kick the can down a tiny bit down the road. And again, I'm telling you, it's because of this election coming up. We can't let Europe get destroyed prior to these elections. If we see Europe and the markets, I'm talking the big crash start to happen before the elections, then that is absolute certain, makes it absolute certain that they did not want Obama to become president again, and now it's time for Romney to get in. And because this happened under Obama's belt, he's going down. He's going down with the ship, therefore Romney will take over. And again, nothing will change if Romney takes over. Mark my words. I have his great speech he gave that was just a tear-jerking everybody. Oh my God, the rose and his father left roses on the mother's table every morning, and one day there was no roses, so he figured out he died. Oh my God. Oh, what a moving speech. Oh, I have that sitting on my desktop on standby, waiting for that man to become president. And maybe he won't, because maybe Obama's going to win it again. But if he does, I've got it on standby, and I will be playing it over and over and over again every single time we see another executive order passed that is not for the people. Every time we see the extension of the Patriot Act passed, not for the people. When he doesn't do jack crap about the healthcare bill, except maybe a couple of small, minute things that don't even matter, that none of us are even concerned about, I'm gonna play it again. And when he comes out and says, I know I said this and that, but I've got it, I'm gonna play it again to let everybody know, oh my God, there is no other choice but revolution. Can't vote for a Democrat, can't vote for a Republican. When I had the Republican I wanted to vote for, they didn't allow him to get the nomination. The Republican Party would not sponsor him as their candidate, etc. Same thing could be said with the Democrats, let's say. And I'm only left with these two specific choices every single time. And I now understand they're both in the same team. I can't vote my way out of this mess, and I can't vote my country out of this mess. Well, choice is left. Well, let me open the old history book. Hang on a second. Let me flip this imaginary history book up. Oh, revolution. That's what history tells me causes the change that's needed to happen. But revolution currently is illegal. You are a homegrown terrorist if you try revolution right now. Even though the founding fathers of this country revolted violently with guns against the King James, or was it Charles? King James, I believe. No, not King James. Was it King Charles? Whatever. You know, the King of England at the time, for God's sakes. Violently overthrew them and started their own country. That is the definition of a terrorist, a homegrown terrorist. Do you feel comfortable calling your founding fathers, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all of these guys, homegrown terrorists? That's the definition we're getting out of our government and Department of Homeland Security right now by doing the same very acts. Because if we do what we're not, what we're supposed to do, which is protest, it doesn't do anything. Stand here holding a sign, stop doing this, stop doing that, give me my freedom of speech back, right? Stop breaking into people's houses and detaining them because they wrote something on Facebook which is covered under the free speech, First Amendment. The sign doesn't seem to do anything when I hold it. It takes physical action. And old Jason 4, as I always tell you, I try to teach you things on YouTube to protect yourself, financially specifically and mainly, so that you don't have to get involved when the revolution takes place. You can sit comfortably on the sidelines if you have to. That way, and that's partially my disclaimer, because I don't want to be labeled a homegrown terrorist. For any interpretation of the video I just gave you, the words I said, the Department of Homeland Security, FBI, looking over fine-tooth comb, is he advising people to revolt? Is he advising people that, let me go get this signed by a judge, we're going to go break down Jason 4's house? He's advising people? No, I'm not. I'm not advising anybody to do anything illegal. I'm only telling you what history has shown us. That's it. Take care.